Good morning all, this is Dr. D. Khalandar Basha, working as Associate Professor in the Department of ECE, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Dundigal, Hyderabad. Today we are going to discuss the definition terminologies related to fourth unit, that is System Design using Microcontroller, under the course Microprocessors and Microcontrollers. So under this definition terminology, we will discuss a few terminologies as well as definitions related to Unit 4. So what is the need of a port? So the port are used to match the timing characteristics of I/O devices with a processor timing, because of the I/O devices are generally slow devices and their timing characteristics do not match their processor timings. Hence, I/O devices are connected to system bus through the ports. So what is interrupt gate and trap gate? So the gate that is used to specify a corresponding service routine is interrupt gate and trap. What are internal devices of 8255? The internal devices of 8255 are port A, port B, port C and control register. The ports can be programmed either in input or output function in different operating modes. List out the specified function registers available in 8051 microcontroller. The special function registers available in 8051 microcontroller are TCON register, PCON, T0, T1, T mode, IE, IP registers, program status word, stack pointer, data pointer, port 0, port 1, port 2 and port 3. So what are the events that generate interrupt in 8051 microcontroller? The 8051 following events can be interrupt as a interrupt, that is timer 0 overflow, timer 1 overflow, reception or transmission of the serial character, external event 0, external event 1. Define internal and external interrupts. Internal interrupts are activated by mechanism inside the chip, whereas external interrupts are activated when the signals are received at the input signal of the chip. Define debugging. Debugging is the process of finding and resolving defects or problems within a computer program that prevent correct operation of computer, software or a system. Define a simulator. A simulator is a program which runs on the development system and imitates the architecture of the target processor. What is the distribution of 128 bytes of RAM of 8051 microcontroller? So register banks, it is consist of 4 register banks, each are of 8 in number. So total 32 bytes are reserved for 4 register banks, followed by 16 bytes which are bit addressable as well as byte addressable. The rest of the 80 bytes are general purpose RAM. Which ports are used to address external memory in 8051 microcontroller? So port 0 and port 2 are used to address external memory in 8051 microcontroller. Port 0 will provide the address and data on the lines AD0 to AD7, whereas port 2 will provide the upper 8 bits of the address, that is A0, A8 to A15. What is the significance of EA bar line of 8051 microcontroller? So EA bar line, it is used for external access. Either this external access memory may be RAM or ROM. So when EA pin is equivalent to 0, then we are accessing the external memory. So what is the function of a DPTR register, data pointer? So DPTR register is used to read and write data to the data memory pointed by the DPTR register. So what is the function of stack pointer in 8051 microcontroller? So SP stands for stack pointer, which is a 8-bit byte register. So it is incremented before data is stored during push and call instructions. What is the benefit of auto reload mode? So when we want the timer always have a value from some 200 to 255. So if you use either in mode 0 or mode 1, we have to check in the code to see if the timer has a overflow, and if so, reset the timer to 200. This take instructions of execution time to check the value and reload it. What is RS-232 standard? The RS-232C is a serial bus consists of maximum 25 signals, which are standardized by EIA, which is Electronic Industry Association. How timer 1 operates? So timer mode 1 is a 16-bit timer. So the TLX is incremented from 0 to 255. When TLX is incremented from 255, then it will be reset to 0, which is nothing but overflow, and it will causes the THX to incremented by 1. Since this is a full 16-bit timer, the timer may contain up to 65,536 distinct values. Define compiler. Compiler is defined as software that transform a computer program written in high-level language into machine-level language. Define assembler. So assembler is defined as software that transform a computer program written in assembly level language into machine language. How logic 0 is represented in RS-232? In RS-232, the logic 0 is represented by plus 3 volts to plus 25 volts. This is useful in long distance communication. What is the need of auxiliary carry flag? So the auxiliary carry flag AC bit is set if there is a carry out of the bit 0. In the lower nibble, if there is any carry from bit 3 to bit 4. Otherwise, we can tell like if the unsigned sum value of the lower nibble of the accumulator operand and the carry flag exceeds the 15, the auxiliary carry flag is set. How SCON, that is serial control register, can be used for serial communication. The serial control SFR is used to configure the behavior of the 8051 onboard serial port. This SFR controls the baud rate of the serial port, whether the serial port is activated to receive the data, and also contain flags that are set when byte is successfully sent or received. What is the role of SCON, that is serial control register of serial communication? The serial control is used to configure the behavior of the 8051 onboard serial port. This SFR controls the baud rate of the serial port, whether the serial port is activated to receive the data, and also contain the flags that are set when a byte is successfully sent or received. Define program counter, how it is useful in program execution. So the program counter keeps track of the program execution. To execute a program, the starting address of the program is loaded into the program counter. The PC send out an address to fetch a byte of instruction from memory and increment in content automatically. What is instruction pipeline? The process of fetching the instructions in advance and storing in the queue is called as instruction pipelining. Define cache memory. So cache memory is defined as the memory that maintains the most frequently required data for execution in a high-speed memory architectures. So what is the function of a reset pin in microcontroller? So reset, which is exist as a pin number 9, which is a input or reset signal to the microcontroller. This should be high at least for 2 mission cycles. It is used to reset values of some 8051 registers. Which signal is used to enable external memory? So for writing the data, we are going to write the PACN bar signal, which is a program store enabled. This is the output pin, which is connected to the OE pin of the ROM to enable external program memory. Define Mission status word. The mission status word consists of 4 flags used for the LMSW and SMSW instructions, which are available in instruction set of 286, and to read MSW in real addressing mode. What is handshake mode? In handshake mode, signals are exchanged between IO device and port, or between port and the processor, for checking the information various conditions of the devices. A defined cross compiler. Cross compiler is defined as a type of compiler that can create an executable code for a platform other than the one in which the compiler is running. Defined linkers. The linker combines the object modules in a single executable program. The linker program object modules created by the compiler and assembler and automatically includes the appropriate runtime library modules. Define cross assembler. A cross assembler is a program which generates mission codes for a processor other than one it is currently running on. Define debugging. Debugging is the process of finding and resolving defects or problems within a computer program that prevent correct operation of computer software or a system. So thank you. In this session, we have discussed a few definition terminology related to module 4. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.